What up, everybody? Sad day. The ELRS tower antenna on my happymodel X12 broke in a crash and is lost. So we're gonna need to repair it today. I'm gonna show you guys how. So you'll need a multimeter and you're gonna need a replacement antenna. You can DIY your own, but I repurposed one here. This is like a fairly difficult soldering job, but not impossible. So if I can do it, you can do it, right? So grab your multimeter, set it to ohms resistance mode, and basically you're going to try to find there's 4 pads on the flight controller. You're going to find which one is the signal wire, the signal pad, and then 3 are going to be connected to ground. So I put the black side of my black tip on a ground spot. I use the battery negative terminal, and then I touched the red to each of the 4 spots. And then so the first 3, as you can see here, they read a resistance, which is good. That means those 3 are the ground plane, and then the 4th one is the signal wire, because that is open circuit to ground. So that's where you're going to be soldering your main battery, your main antenna lead. So next I happen to have an extra T antenna. You can make your own. I'm just going to use a properly tuned one, which is kind of nice. So I cut off the UFL connector because I'm going to be soldering it directly. Cut off the UFL connector, and then I peeled back the black shielding. And so underneath the black shielding, there's this there's wire shielding, and then which is like on a ground plane, and then there's another wire inside of that, which has a small casing around it, and then there's like a metal wire within that as well. So you're going to separate the shielding from the actual antenna, and then you're going to need to pull you're going to need to trim back a little bit of that wire, and then yeah, those are your 2 spots. So the shielding is going to go to ground, and then the antenna is going to go to the signal spot on your flight controller. And so next, yeah, I just soldered them down. I added a little bit of solder to the pads. The ground is going to one of the 3, it doesn't matter which one, and then the signal is going to the signal wire. And I added a little bit of hot glue to throw it all back together, and for some strain relief. And yeah, we're good to go. I don't know, I think it looks pretty cute. This is a Meteor canopy with a beta VCO3, and I've never noticed those little holes in the side, but they kind of worked out really nicely for the T antenna. This is like a little bit of a heavier build. If you wanted to just do like a whip antenna, that would probably work pretty well. But yeah, so that's everything. And yeah, I'll basically just walk you guys through how I realized, so I crashed and the antenna went flying. I don't know where it is. And I'm glad that I happened to have LQ on my OSD, because I was noticing it was jumping around a ton, and I was flying pretty close to myself, so it shouldn't have been dipping down very much at all. And yeah, I was glad that I noticed, and I stopped immediately. And I think you can kind of fly without an antenna on ELRS for a little bit, but since it is transmitting, it's probably not very good for it. And definitely recommended to replace it right away if you can. And yeah, super, super happy with this. The new one gets rock steady connection, which is great. And very happy with this little fix.